Oh, there we go. There's this week's rift.
Share this week's Rift of the Week, sponsored by...
Welcome to A Pint and Two Shots, coming to you from the G4 podcast studio, with part-time pundit and average actor Stephen Purden, and bringing a wealth of knowledge and questionable patter, it's our no-nonsense dafty Chris Toal. Completing our front three, it's the man himself, all the way from the tap end of Stevenson, it's Grado!
Welcome to A Pint, Two Shots. It's a podcast. It's a football podcast live here in the G4 Claim Studios in Wishaw. Man down again without wee Bobby. Wee
Yep.
Bobby's absent.
Family emergency. Couldn't be avoided. You've caught us at lunchtime.
Some folk don't like the sound of
People
folk
eating. Is it SMRA or something like they call it?
ASMR.
Is that not that disease you get in the hospital? That's MRSA,
That's
isn't it?
MRSA. I worked with a guy. See the same guy. I hope he doesn't actually come across his podcast. Remember I was telling you about the guy, the Deep Crimson?
Deep Crimson?
Deep Crimson guy.
Have you seen what he's done in there?
The colour's bloody Deep Crimson. Same guy
Right.
would eat a banana like this.
His teeth would clatter
Aye,
together.
man. There isn't any. And there's also no need, because I hate that. When your fork scrapes off the plate.
Oh.
Mate, I hate that. And the worst thing you could do is tell folk that you don't like that, because then they just do it. Folk are assholes.
Folk are arseholes.
Another woman at my work, who, by the way, her sister, in fact, I hope she doesn't see this, no, she won't. Her sister played Ally McCoy's wife in A Shot at Glory.
Aye.
She would eat a scrambled egg glass and use a knife and fork for scrambled
Scrambled
egg.
egg?
Aye, man.
Oh, you just cut it with the side of your fork.
That's that.
I don't even like eggs in any way, shape or form unless it's French toast or cake. Or fried rice. I like fried rice. I like egg fried rice.
One of my big bugbears is people who wipe whiteboards with their finger and it does that.
Oh,
I hate that.
I don't mind that compared to the actual chalk when I wipe on a blackboard. I don't like that. Old school.
Fingernails.
I hate that. So if you don't like these kind of sounds, then just bear with us. We've got a wee Subway. What you got, Tom? You get your own concoction, didn't you?
I always get my own concoction. Today I went for chicken tikka with pepperoni and cheese.
And then the guy behind us copied you.
Did he?
Aye.
Same one?
Did you not hear him?
No.
He said, "Can I get chicken tikka with a pepperoni?" I went, "He's copied you. Monkey see, monkey do."
No way.
Aye. I got my spicy Italian. I like old spicy Italian with plenty of fire.
You get that fancy new panini sort of gimmick that they brought out.
It was alright.
Aye.
I would get talking to the waiter because she says that she can make her own concoctions. That's what I used to do at McDonald's.
Aye, when you up to McDonald's.
You could just do anything you wanted. You could take quarter pounders, put them in Big Macs.
Well, my mate invented the chicken Big Mac when he worked in McDonald's.
See, I had that, I
It
know.
was 2 McChicken sandwiches rather than burgers on a Big Mac.
I used to take a chicken nugget and wrap it with cheese and then dip it in the tomato sauce. Oh man, never I ended up the size I was, and the acne and all. Although I like to use the buns. See the soft buns to kind of caress half my acne. It would kind of soothe it a wee bit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like see the buns, see nice smooth buns.
What, rubbing McDonald's rolls on your face
Aye.
because you've got acne?
It would calm it down. Do you?
What, are they steamed buns or that?
If you use the fillet of fish buns. By the way, I just want to let. I didn't actually.
Didn't give folk them to eat
No,
after that,
no,
did you?
No.
No, at a time.
Have you seen the Burger King in Thailand, which is offering something called the Big Cheese, and it's just 20 slices of the cheese, and that's it.
Burger King cheese is tremendous.
Oh, that's turning my 6 inch into a foot long.
My mate stays in Uruguay, and Burger King in Uruguay does the tower, and it's 5 burgers. It's like, see, you get double or triple cheeseburgers.
aye.
It's 5, but the cheese is falling off it and all, man. It just looks like a big, massive cheese melt.
I read, no, in fact, I never read. My brother told me that Gordon Ramsay's favourite burger of all time is a Burger King burger. He says apparently he can't drive by a Burger King without having to go in
Aye.
and eat a burger for Burger King.
probably
He can't
his
eat.
dirty
Oh, there's a Burger
secret.
King. He just has to stop and go. There's a Burger King.
It's probably like a dirty secret. Do you know what I mean? Like, see, all the like politicians and all of that come out against gay people, and it turns out that they're actually gay. That's what Gordon Ramsay's like. But speaking,
What did it? Right, see,
no,
he's
but wait a
lasted
minute.
90
No,
seconds,
wait a
man.
minute. I want to, Sweden is onto this. You put me onto that programme.
I know you were going to do a
Mate,
segue into
The Sixth
Sixth
Commandment.
Commandment.
What a programme that is, man.
Brilliant, by the
It's
way.
superb.
I rattled it because I was obviously no well Tuesday, Wednesday. Thanks for asking. I
I knew on the drive-in you were fine today. You weren't wabbit at all.
I wasn't wabbit, man. I was in a bad way Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh, no half, mate. Fucking hell.
I know. Anyway, that Sixth Command, it's really good.
Timothy Spall.
BBC iPlayer if you want to catch it.
It's a true story as well. It's about a college lecturer down south who basically gets taken for a ride with hangman. You know what I mean? Like figuratively.
He does.
Gets taken for a ride with
Ben.
Sorry. Hey, are you?
I know, grow up. Basically, the poor old fella, a novelist, liked his poetry, wrote in his diary every day. He was a guy that struggled with his sexuality because he was a very religious man.
Yep.
And then this young boy, who was training to be a chaplain, decided to befriend him, but he had an ulterior motive. He was wanting to get in about him to take his will.
Money.
Take his will. And it's Tim Spall's great in it. The fella that plays the baddie, he's off a good and all. And see when you watch the documentary on all, Toal, he's really good. He's got the accent bang on. He's a very unnerving individual.
Aye. Oh, mate. Do you know what? I just felt sorry for everybody in it apart from him. Everybody.
He's bad.
No, you know what I mean? But like even his pal that get... Well, I'll not mention what happens if you don't know the story, but even his pal, I felt sorry for him as well. He was just such an overbearing, controlling person. He
was a psychopath.
Sociopath.
I wonder if I've ever...
Sociopath.
What's the difference?
A psychopath, somebody that actually physically goes out and like murders people. A sociopath is somebody that likes to control everything.
I thought a psychopath was you have no feelings.
Well, I suppose.
You don't have any empathy. You can't have any sympathy.
Like that. What's the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath?
Well, Ben's on his phone. What are you Googling, Ben?
I'm Googling this right now for you.
Thank you.
So a psychopath lacks guilt, remorse and empathy.
Right.
There you go, mate.
Pretends to feel emotion. Has an inability to form true emotional attachments.
Is a psychopath, you're right.
Is dishonest and has manipulative behaviour. A sociopath lacks remorse, but guilt and empathy may be present. Some emotions are felt. Can form close attachments to one or few individuals. Consistent.
Aye, it covers both bases, doesn't it, really?
It's for the same genre.
Aye, double adapter.
Aye. Anyway, another programme that I've been watching, by the way.
Oh, there we go. There's this week's Rift.
Share this week's Rift of the Week, sponsored by...
Bars. Sponsored by Iron Brew.
Oh, I wish. Another programme that's good, Changing Ends. And it's all about it's a comedy / drama about Alan Carr.
He's a wee boy.
Right, right. And obviously it's about, the struggles of him as a wee boy in a very masculine environment because his father was a Northampton town manager, Graham Carr. But do you know what?
His dad was a football manager.
You didn't know this?
No.
You didn't know that? I'm surprised you don't know that.
I did not know that. Did you know that?
Aye, like for years.
I've seen a bit of the show though, so.
Do you know who wrote the show?
Alan Carr.
Alan Carr and Simon Carlyle, the guy that writes Two Doors Down.
Really?
So that's because I thought I was talking to Simon to start the week, and I thought I forgot you've wrote this Alan Carr thing. I think it's only been out for a couple of weeks. Have you watched it, Ben?
I think I've watched maybe the first episode of it.
Right.
I don't think I got further.
Three episodes. It's really good, man. Aye. It's very easy to watch, and there's a couple of one-liners in it where you can tell that's kind of Two Doors Downy. Kind of some of the kind of patter that's in it is really good. So it is. That's good to watch.
So I went on to the internet to check for new episodes of The Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, right? I've been watching
it. And I typed in Dark Side and pressed enter. Do you know there's a Dark Side of the 90s, a Dark Side of the 2000s,
stand-ups,
Dark Side of comedy. There's all these different ones now that Vice have done. I didn't know that, mate.
Right. Dark Side of Scottish Football Podcast. First episode, John McNally.
Well, what is it? Whatever happened to Football Daft?
John's got a promotion at his work, by the way.
I know he's doing well for himself. I'm delighted for him.
It means we're going to struggle to do Wrestling Daft.
Aye?
Really? Oh.
We
will struggle to do it because he's not going to find the time. I don't know if I should be saying this, but he told me last night. I like old John. Falkirk get beat after the United.
I know. I was slagging him for it.
Aye, I like kind of bamming up about the old Falkirk.
I like slagging anybody that gets beat after the United these days.
What are they, sweeties?
Slush puppy ones, you want one?
Meerkats.
Right. Wow.
A wee Julie Wen.
Shut up. Oh, I need to get a shout out to somebody actually.
Who, the wee man?
No. A boy get in touch with me today. Big fan. Jordan Brown. He says, can you give me a shout out? He says, I no bother. He's going to sign up for the Patreon apparently.
I need to give a shout out to the makeup artist in Two Doors Down's boyfriend, Connor. Connor. Thanks for watching, Connor. He watches and all.
Excellent.
They're good, isn't they?
Aye.
Stuck to your teeth, but they're a bit like Swedish fish. You ever had
Aye,
them?
that's what they're like.
Aye,
Aye,
yeah. I see.
They're about £14 cheaper.
Well, they're stuck to my teeth.
So, anyway, what else has been happening? You weren't well, but you're alright now.
Aye, mate, I was a wee bit aye. I don't know. I think it's got to do with my eating, mate. I don't want to keep going on about it, battering on, but I really should be changing my... I should have... Put it this way. That is the first bit of gluten I've had.
You see when they said white bread to you, I was like,
Why did you not say something?
because it's none of my business, mate.
You see, that's what happened to me. See, I remember when I got diagnosed with whatever I've got. So, I got told I'm allergic to sodium nitrite, sardines, kiwis.
Sodium nitrate salt.
Nitrite. It's basically, is it nitrate or nitrite? It's basically all the shite that's in McDonald's. It's in like processed food and all that. It's in everything, mate. It's everything is good. It's in that.
I just have a salad. I just have a glass of water.
And I just can't do that.
I don't know why my stomach's making that noise. It's because you're hungry, bitch. I said they Murphy, man. You're the best.
I'm allergic to sodium nitrite. I'm allergic to pineapples, kiwis, tangerines, dark chocolate, sardines. Did I say sardines?
No.
Sardines and cat and dog fur.
I thought you were going to say cat and dog food there.
Oh, cat and
How
dog
the fuck did you find that out? Listen, once it's in a toasty, you can't even tell.
Just put plenty of cheese on it, sriracha sauce, man. You're brand new.
Blue cheese. Get the blue cheese out.
Because you go to a guy and he tests your fingers and he matches it up to like so many different foods, and that was. And by the way, do you know I did adhere to it? I totally did, and I could see a big difference. But I was wrestling in America at the time, and I ordered gluten-free pasta. And then I says, fling a wee bit of garlic bread on that and all.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot. And then see the next morning, it was stabbing me in the belly, mate. It was
your
horrible.
second rift of the week. Jeez, oh man. By the way, your mother would be blackburn ashamed of you.
Right.
Just sitting rifting into a microphone.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Folk have actually commented on it. You're a disgrace.
I know. I'm a slob. I'm a fucking slob.
See what you're saying there? You get the tests on your fingers. Sammy got them on her arm. Now it was just like wee scratch tests. They do wee scratch tests.
Aye.
And however allergic you're, the bigger the mark it leaves on your arm.
Oh, so it looks like.
It looks as if some Freddy Krueger had a go at her arm, man. But I'm intolerant to a whole load of stuff, and I just don't care. I just eat it anyway.
You're one of these. I mean, I can tell by looking at you the foods that you don't like.
Really?
Aye.
Right, go.
I can tell that you probably don't like mustard.
I like yellow mustard.
Right. I can tell that you don't like mushrooms.
That's because I make it quite apparent that I don't like mushrooms.
No, but you're one of these folk that you know.
Grado, I don't even like people that like mushrooms.
Aye.
That's how much I hate
Man,
mushrooms.
come on, I'm a fun guy.
Hey! Oh,
Mate, don't rift on the podcast, man.
I know. I'm sorry. It wasn't really a rift. It was more a hiccupy kind of gimmick there.
Anyway, I can't believe I just used fun guy.
That was a good one.
Is it really?
It's better than Homer.
Oh, aye. We'll just say that. You might tell what I said.
We never cut it out.
Oh, did you not cut that? You just never cut that out?
Nah, we left it in.
Well, I'm not happy with that.
Mate, I was worried about last week's episode,
see-
man, but I sat and listened to it. Man, it was funny.
You see, the thing is, man, you are so good at this, like being the punch and all that, and I try to do it, and I try too hard, and it just, do you know that way?
I know,
It doesn't work.
But we each bring something to the table. You know, we each bring, and that's why it works.
Ah, you're right.
You know what I mean? But,
Aye.
If you started getting good at puns, I'd be fucked. You know what I mean? I would be. There'd be no need for me.
No, your football knowledge, because I don't know how I'm going to be able to speak about football for the second time in a row. You know, but I can't sleep at night.
Did you not watch the Rangers game?
Can I? Yes, I did watch the Rangers game, and as I said in the group chat, one word: disturbing. It was a disturbing game, very disturbing game of
Really?
football.
What do you make of the penalty?
I thought it was a penalty.
I'll be in to fuck yourself.
There was contact. In this day and age, you play for...
No, it was funny. The Olympiacos guy's asking for VAR.
Was he?
Yeah, he's running over and he's doing this and pointing to the screen and all that. It must have been replaying the challenge, but he's pointing at the screen. That was funny, man.
It was a friendly. He was probably just training for what he would do for later on in the season. That's a good way to practice was the VAR, and that's what you need to remember. I think some Rangers fans go over the top.
Aye, mate.
We beat Real Madrid 2 years ago.
Exactly.
You get beat 6-2 off West Ham, you wouldn't want to win the league.
We get beat 6-4 off of Yokohama a couple of weeks or last week.
But then also with the same token, you're watching the football tool, and I don't know what Rangers' game plan is.
Really?
And
you don't know what the tactics he's trying to do or anything like that?
I mean, we were told, I think, on Monday, Tuesday, Beale had them in for a double session Monday and a double session Tuesday, so they're naturally going to be quite leggy.
Aye.
But there was nothing about them. But I don't know. As I say, it's one of the ones. It's very, very difficult. It's
pre-season. See, until the actual competitive games start, you don't know.
Well, I hope he treats us. Who is it we playing Saturday? Is it Hoffenheim? Oppenheimer? Is it Hoffenheim?
No, the full game's at Ibrox. It's Hoffenheim.
See, that's just different class.
There we go. That's what I bring to the table.
Capped off. But I think he needs to treat this as a...
It's a competitive match.
Do you know what
treat
I mean?
it as like a cup game.
To kind of spice it up.
Especially because if you've got a Champions League qualifier before the league starts.
That's next Wednesday. So we've got Saturday, we've got...
Hoffenheim then.
Hoffenheim is Saturday.
And then you've got it's Servette or Genk in midweek.
But has it been confirmed? Is it Genk? Did Genk win?
One each. They've got a second leg to play.
What time? What day is it? It's Friday? When they playing?
No, yours must be the following week.
Oh, it is.
So the league starts.
Sorry, everyone will be going. So be somebody writing down in the comments, can you fucking idiot? But you're right.
Random Barla, you fucking chimp,
you daft.
Oh, my boy's got it wrong again.
I know, what do you like?
The next leg is... the next leg is the second.
So you get a second, then you've got them in the 9th, so it's a week later.
And you say that... By the way, I've not got my uniform with me today. I know they're going to get some nut, but I slipped in this morning.
Don't worry about it. It's alright. You know what I mean? People are watching the show and they know what the script is. They know who you are.
I don't like to let Nicole and the girls at G4 claims down.
And Al.
And Aldo.
Al. Shout out to Al. Give me a run home last week because Grado had a special emergency. Came up after the show. So, Al, thank you very much.
Sorry about that,
I love you, Al.
Sorry about that, mate. Well, anyway, what's happening with all Celtic?
Well, this week we have signed 3 players.
Did we talk about this on Monday?
No, we'd signed 2, but then remember we had there was a 40, and there was the 3 of them in the 40, and they didn't announce him until a wee while later. That's quite weird, isn't it? You wonder why.
Speaking of puns, I like that one that you put in that somebody had
Creed.
put up. Aye, what was it? Did you see that?
What's your favourite boxing movie? I don't know, mate. Is it Creed? No, Rocky. No, Rocky 17.
Brilliant. That was fun.
Aye, but I think it's... I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's probably Navratsky or something like that, but he speaks well. He was speaking well yesterday.
Crofty was telling me Big Ange was spitting at him at a press conference the other day.
Was he?
Aye.
Don't like him.
Well, he has a kind of crab old big fella and he's got
Do you know what's
Stevie Clark
happened? Do you know what's happened? He's realised. Hasn't he? He's realised.
He's at such a bigger club. He's got so many millions to deal with. He's got Harry Kane in his books. He might make, 90 million? How much will he go for to Bayern Munich if that happens?
Well, I think what was annoying him was somebody showed up to the press conference he was doing with a Bayern top with Kane number 9 in the back.
That's right.
Oh,
that kicked it off.
No, well, come on. He's right within his...
What would Ange have said to that, Grado?
No, I've not done this for a while. All right, mate. You better get that top.
Better get that too. Hey, you better get that too.
What would Brendan Rodgers say?
I find it very, very disrespectful that you've come in here with that jersey while Harry's still on the books of Tottenham Hotspur. I don't think you should be doing that. In fact, get the fuck out here. This is my press conference and you've fucking ruined it.
Well, it's a great day to be turning up here and listening to my press conference, but mate, you gotta take that shit off. Oh, that's just like shit. I can't do it anymore, man. But he does that thing where he doesn't have any eye contact, doesn't he? Oh, did I tell you? Because when I look at the video, you can see that lump in my chest. I'm getting that cut out.
And when are you getting it cut out?
A week on Wednesday. Do you think I'll get put to sleep for it? No?
No, I don't think so, man.
I reckon it will just be one of those freeze jobs, will it not? They just freeze it.
Oh no, it's a big old. It's like a flip tit. You want to see Nicholas thing?
mate,
It's really quite bulbous.
It's beautiful.
But I can't. I need to because, mate, I've got a couple of wrestling bookings coming up. I kind of don't want to be jumping about when I'll saying that there's plenty of other things in it. It's no more only worry about getting into a leotard.
It's exciting times. Exciting times. Obviously, you can't say too much about anything, but exciting times. I mean, I'll let you make up what you want.
We'll see what happens. We'll see in the next few days. We'll see what happens. Something might happen with the wrestling. What else is happening?
What else is happening?
Hibs.
Oh, by the way, Hibs.
Fucking hell.
But Lee Johnson, he was on not as if he's going to come out and go, this is one of the most embarrassing results of all time.
That goal at the end's helped them a lot.
Mm-hmm. I think they will go through.
Aye, they'll beat them soundly at home. But do you know what? Sometimes results like that happen away from home in Europe, even in the like we get beat off of Gibraltar.
Mate,
Lincoln Red Imps, remember? In Brendan Rodgers' first game.
Do you know there's more folk staying Erskine than staying the
Andorra?
That tune where that club's for.
Seriously?
Aye.
Erskine's not even a big place.
Somebody tell me that. I hope that's true.
Aye, let's just say that's true.
It was a guy called Kieran.
Kieran?
Aye, Kieran.
He
actually texted into the Gordo Breakfast show this morning. He said that 'cause I was talking about it. He said there's more folk that stay in Erskine that stay in this place. But I wish I watched the full game. Did the ball ever rebound off that? What?
I know, mate. What about that? What? That was mad. Imagine you went in for a right good sleep time.
I know.
2 broken legs.
No need for ball boys either, but.
I know. Aye, and at the end of the game, if it's a draw, they get a game of Wally instead of a penalty shoot.
Aye. What do you call it, Wally? We called it Wazzy.
Was he?
Aye.
Did you ever play Fireball?
No.
Fireball, it was like dodgeball, but you would kick it, right? And like, if you had 3 lives, and if you got hit, you lost a life. And see, when you lost your 3 lives, you went up against the wall, and everybody that was playing got to hit the ball at you, but you had to have your hands behind your back.
That seems quite. That seems quite sinister.
Mate, what the fuck were we thinking, man?
Aye. I'm trying to think of the games that we had. I don't remember. Did you ever play? What did we play? British Bulldog. What was the one about the wolf and the clock?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Did you ever play Red Rover?
No, what's that?
Red Rover, send Grado right over.
No.
You would have like 10 on each side, right? You would all hold hands, and when they said send so and so over, you had to run and break through 2 people's hands. But if you didn't manage to break through them, you had to join their line up, and once everybody was on the one side, basically.
That seems quite physical.
Mate,
for you to get involved in all that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, mate, I just used to roll me up and roll me about the fucking playground. Nah, it's always the big mate Eugene. You met him at my birthday party.
I love that name, man. Eugene.
He was like my bodyguard, man.
See, I love that.
Him and Big Feds.
I love that. My bodyguard, Eugene.
I'm telling you, mate. You've seen him.
I know, he's a big old boy.
Gigantic.
Big old boy. I'm trying to think, what was the other games that we played? Oh, did you ever play Double This?
No, what's that?
Why didn't we, Ben?
I don't know if I meant double this, double that, double this, double that, double this, that.
Double this, double that, double this, double that.
Hurry up,
I just done that, yeah.
But you need to date with
I don't know if I remember it.
What, do you get to punch each other or something?
Give me that.
I'm excited for this, to be honest with you.
This is perfect.
Do you need to stand up? Do you need my chair or anything, Ben?
No.
Right, let's just see if we've got this.
Here we go.
Here we go, right, exactly right. So is that, right, look. No, that, look. Double this, double that.
Right, okay.
Double this, double that, double this, double that, double this.
Fucked up at the end.
That's not bad. That's good going for not having done it for 14 years or something.
Nah, I did it that week. It's my go-to.
Do you know what? See, like Wayne's now. Do they still play games like that?
I don't think so. It's
No?
they're pads.
It's all fucking
It's
YouTube,
their
man.
pads. It's their software.
Oh, don't get me started on that. iPads.
No, man.
That's what my dad used to call the podcast.
What, an iPad?
He's like, you done the iPad this week?
What about my father going when I asked my dad to come in? He went, I'm not getting a nay broadcast.
By the way, he's not wrong. I mean, if I wasn't here, it would be a podcast.
See, just speaking about your dad, you tell them when I accidentally phoned you when I was down in London.
That's I never told him. He phoned me. And
By accident?
what was it that happened again? You were meant to phone another Graham or something?
So I was meant to phone my mate Graham, I accidentally kicked Grado. Graham's like, alright mate, how you doing? Sorry Grado, didn't mean to call you. And he goes, I'm in the car with my dad. Dad, say hi to Ben. I just heard, hello Ben.
That was 4 hours before he blocked me on every social media platform.
Unblocked you yet?
Nope.
Oh, Christ.
Mate, obviously don't want to get into it, but it's a nightmare. Literally. And,
I never once in my life fell out my mum and dad.
mate,
never
well, see the
once.
thing is, see the problem is, see if my mum was still alive, she wouldn't be getting away with this. He wouldn't be. I see that just before
You should
that,
report his Facebook.
get it tuned in. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. I bought my pair of Ugg slippers on Sunday when we were pals.
Aye.
Right?
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap, mate. And if we ended up falling out with each other on Sunday night, there was something daft. Blocked me, told me never to come back to us again.
Changing the world.
on that bar. And I thought, bastard, I bought him Uggs. Right? But do you know what? I knew that he would end up. So what ended up then was
Take them back and get the money.
he sent them back, but then took the receipt.
Graham no got panto. Graham no afford Uggs.
He took the receipt. He took the receipt of him sending it back to Ugg, right? And then sent it in an envelope, first class, Mr. Stevely, such and such address.
Send them to you.
Aye, so he sent the receipt to show that he'd sent them back.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Aye.
And I had about 100 Grado hats still resus as well. I came back, I think, was it Monday late afternoon, and there was a box full of Grado hats with a Ethernet cable tied.
Tied in the box.
Aye, so then when they get in my Grado
By the way,
hats.
he means business.
Oh, mate, aye, it's absurd.
So, if you want your Grado hats, you can send a request into Nicole and the guy at G4 and they'll get onto Grado. But you need to pay for them this time. Unless you take up the Patreon and then you get a free Grado hat maybe.
Hey, the Patreon, we need to talk about the Patreon because there's a bonus episode up there if you've not saw it. It was done when I was absolutely bust coming back for 2 doors down.
It's funny though, man.
I was telling us, I mean, I was emotionally...
Oh, you were gone?
I was gone, man. I was very, what did he say? Vulnerable. I was
You
very...
were physically and emotionally distraught.
I told a story, a very emotional story about when I got battered when I was 14 and I ended up busting out greeting. So you don't want to miss that. Patreon.com. Was it / a pint and 2 shots? A pint
By
and 2
the way,
shots.
I went onto the website the other night and it all came up in Spanish. So if you go onto the website and it comes up in Spanish, don't think that that's a dodgy website. It's the actual real one. But I don't know why it's happening.
What?
Look, I'll show you.
The link is here, by the way. There's a link there.
I'll show you now. Right, hold on.
Have you maybe get your VPN on or something like that? Is that what they do?
No, mate. Pint and 2 shots.
And
Patreon.
also on the Patreon this week, we're going to be uploading Shell Suit Bob's first wrestling match, which we had over 1,300 people there.
Back to English now. That's weird, man. It was coming up in English, it was coming up in Spanish. Right, sorry. So, yes, we're going to be uploading Bob's first wrestling match as this month's content.
Yep.
Uh,
You'll be able to see Bob, the Canadian Destroyer, which, if you don't know what that is, we've spoken about it before in this podcast, but you don't want to miss the footage of this. It's the first ever Shell Suit Bob wrestling match we're giving to you on the Patreon. Get up there, get signed. I'm going to take more time to speak in the Discord.
Yep.
The Discord is a sort of chat where you can come in and all the troops that listen to the show go in there and have a bit of banter back and forward. The first thing that I done when I went into the Discord last week was realised that Andy Wace and Red Lightning was in the chat, and I thought I never invited him to my wedding, so it was a good platform for me to go, all right mate, how's it going man, sorry, because I did mate, I don't think he would have came anyway.
You would have, man.
Well, no, you...
He was actually quite hurt.
He's
Quite hurt when you weren't.
He wasn't at your 40th.
I bet he was invited. Nah, anyway, he contacted me before my party and he explained he wouldn't be able to make it, but I've got a lot of time for Red. He's a good guy.
But on the Discord as well, if you want, you can join in, have a wee bit of chat. It's a chat room.
It's an old chat room where you've got direct access to us three and Ben and Greg and Jamie and Grant and fucking
remember chat rooms?
Yeah, I can tell you some stories about chat rooms.
Go, tell me, come on, get me a drink of a can. I'm going to get a can, right? Can you tell me a chat room story? Right, you get.
No.
Hey, no, tell me something.
Right, do you remember Yahoo chat back in your day?
I was made a... Oh no, it was Yahoo chat. AOL, you have email.
Yeah, I worked for
You've got
AOL.
company.
I worked for AOL.
You've got company.
For years, so anytime I would log on, it would be my work's login that I would have for AOL. So you couldn't go into chat rooms or anything because you would get angry. You would get reported basically.
I remember one time my dad he went to Tiscali and the internet,
Tiscali broadband,
and the internet wasn't working.
That's because Tiscali was
And he phoned up and went, listen, I've moved for ALO. And I've came to this really, right? And the internet's down, and it might have something to do with my boy. My boy's been on the PORN. I was going, but it's funny how dads back then thought, if you've been on, you're fucked. You've been on porn, the police will be at the door. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's funny that these think you'll get in bother.
Do you remember?
Don't touch that, it's got a virus.
See if you had like dial-up, do you remember they used to be able to install like mad dialers over your dialer, so it would like cost £3.50 a minute when you were on the internet, and folk would get their phone bill through. A phone bill would be like $5,000.
No, I didn't know they could
It
do
was
that.
dangerous, man. It was a dangerous game.
I remember what you
fucking LimeWire.
Oh no, Napstar and LimeWire was the one I kind of mostly used.
Napster. I remember. Do you know?
WinMX.
That's right. Do you know? I absolutely hated Metallica for a short period of time
Because of that.
because they screwed Napster over.
But actually, it kind of reinvented the wheel, really, didn't it?
It did.
But it's funny, like the things that your mum fails used to do. They would think, because I remember one of the first things that I ever done when I go to the internet as well was like, oh, let's type in a random website, and I think I typed in like Queen.com or something like that, and the first thing that came up was like a pair of boobs. It was something like, it was something I thought right away, and then.
Do you remember Rotten.com?
Oh wow, I remember Rotten.com.
Jeez.
Faces of Death.
Aye. Oh my god, man! There was so many.
This was before WhatsApp. I remember. I get.
Can I tell you another story? Right. So when we were at college, right? Somebody, I don't know who it was in the team, right? Somebody put on, like, when you would go away, you could send like direct messages to people in college to different computers, right?
Yep.
But see if you put like a URL in. You could disguise a URL as something else so that people would click on it, right?
Oh no!
And there was this guy.
Lemon Party.
Right, the guy's name was Kevin. What, wait, till I tell you this, mate, this is heavy duty. Right, so there was this guy called Kev, right? And he was a fucking dickhead, right? And somebody sent him a link, but they changed the URL. The guy was a big Celtic fan. Changed the URL to Celtic sign Dutch striker. But when you clicked on it, it took you to this website called Shit Freaks, right? A pure scat website.
I can imagine.
And this guy went off his head, right? He's like shouting in the middle of the class like that. I find out who does it, I'm going to leather them. And there was a wee guy in the corner that done it like, do you know what I mean?
I love it.
So I started working for AOL, as I said.
Aye.
And I told all my mates about that saying you can change the URL. So we were sending it round on AOL and all of that, and it was folk. Somebody sent it to one of the managers, man, and they get into mega bother because it was essentially like a horrible website. Do you know what I mean?
Was it
like two girls, one cup, like that sort of thing. Aye, horrendous.
Always puts me in the mood for a cone. That.
A Sunday.
but it's funny.
Chocolate sundae. Can I interest you in a chocolate sundae?
You could have got a part in that. 2 girls, 1 cup and a pint and 2 shots.
Snow White in 1 cup.
Oh, internet memories, man.
I know, Christ.
Do you know? I don't know. I remember but being like completely this is what shows you, right? See now, when you get sent shit on WhatsApp,
Aye.
and you're good for it. The videos, let's just say for folk. Right, everybody that listens to this podcast will know somebody that's in their group chat that sends somebody getting knocked down, somebody getting their heat cut off, and all this kind of
I don't send the heat cut off ones, but that one of the boy getting knocked down was a topper, wasn't it?
It's told your guy if you want the gore, right? But into Toal's the goal, man. Toal's the gore, man. Aye, man, Toal. He's your go-to for goal.
You looking for any go?
He's got decapitations. He's got
everything. Got canines. You name it, man.
He's got a full catalogue.
He told, man. He doesn't even charge you for it. He'll just send it to you, boy. You know what I mean? I used to talk to a guy in a pub. 40 quid he'd charge you. He told you send you for mine, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
But see what I was going to say, right? Now you watch one of these videos,
Aye.
You're that desensitised to it now.
Mate, I know.
Right? But see, I remember my
I know what
pal,
you're going to say.
Mark Houston, what were you going to say first?
Like, you seen a video and then flung his computer out or something?
No, but it flowed you for weeks.
Oh, mate.
I remember and see when I look at it now, it's a walk in the park.
I know.
Like it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like basically it was a video. It was called Bud Dwyer quote.
Oh, the guy that killed himself.
Aye, no, he's like, my mate Mark's like, come watch this. I remember watching it and going, what the fuck? And like he just pulls it as, hey, come away. Show yourself. And then, honest to God, that honestly affected me for, I'm no joking, a good 2 or 3 months. But see, now that's just...
No, wait.
He blew off.
No, it was a good video.
It's terrible. But then that makes me nervous about, like, where Wayne's grown up and all that.
Exactly.
See, us to be desensitised to it.
Do you know that one... do you remember back in the day, you would get, like, a virus and it would come up and it would be like a policeman or something like that, and it would just, like, take over your whole screen. That
was the worst.
Mate, I swear to God, right, even though you know that you've not been doing anything that it says you've been doing, mate, it was linked to my camera and all that, and like it had a picture of my face and all that, right? And Grado, mate, Grado, honest to God, right, I remember I put my computer on and this came up. It's like, the police are investigating you and all that if you do not send money to this thing, right? No. Shit myself. I actually freaked out, right? But I had a mate that got it on a laptop and he took the hard drive of his laptop and flung it into a fucking burn.
Mate, can I just say, I don't like, I got it right.
Aye.
And do you know what? It was some random, like, I tried to download like a Nelly Furtado song. I would put my hands up and tell you if I was on the scud, right? But I wasn't. I literally downloaded an MP3 of a song and then it come up, right? Strathclyde Police.
That's what happened to me.
Anyway, you better get your body down to fucking Largs Police Station. And I was like, that. And it said that I'd been on all this dodgy stuff. And if you pay £150, you get it. So, mate, I literally dropped my laptop and went out to my motor for my bank card. I was like, I can't deal with this.
Aye.
And I honestly biffed out big time. I thought my mate Stuart was like, mate, that's a virus. I went, thank fuck. But I remember a couple of weeks later, my brother phoned me, went, you need to help me. I was like, what is he? He's like, you better come round or something with my computer. And I went, does it say you need to haul yourself into the last police station? He went, aye. I went, joke, that's a virus. And honestly, the relief. But see that, it's actually no funny because see them in all buddies that
I know, they paid
there's a couple of folk that ended up
topless.
Aye, because it.
Seriously?
Because it was, mate. It was an extreme.
It was mental.
Aye.
Like you said, see if that come up now, you'd be like, no bother.
But it was one of the ones, right, oh fuck, turn it off, eject, delete.
I couldn't shut my computer down on it. And you turn it back on and it's the first thing that fucking comes back up. Right, but see, the thing is, I was working for AOL at the time, right? And so I knew quite a lot of folk that were whiz kids with the computers. I phoned this guy, I was like, listen, how do I fucking get rid of this? He goes, like, right, you need to start your computer on safe mode and all that.
That's
I'm
what you
like,
do.
what the fuck is safe mode? Hold F8 when it's loading up and blah, blah.
That was the routine to get rid of it.
Oh,
it was
mate.
that safe mode type of carry on.
Aye, it was fucking
That
scary, man.
was a
was
really,
scary.
really dodgy one. That was
know.
a really dodgy virus,
But-
wasn't it?
I know, but like you said there, like, why... See if you weren't looking at dodgy stuff. What, you know what I mean?
But in my head, I was just like, I need to get rid of this.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? And I wanted to see if you did put your details in, would it have took 100 or would it have took more?
Oh, it would have rinsed
It would
your
have
whole
rinsed you.
account. But like I says, one of my mates actually took the hard drive out of his laptop and flung it into a stream, mate. Know what I mean? So I like folk would have panicked. That's funny, but innit, man?
Isn't it?
Getting in for this, Mike.
Oh, you're a wee bit. It's just a wee
When,
bit kind of thing with the cable.
When I was at school, there was a site Club Penguin, which was just like a kind of big online chat, and you had a wee penguin character and all that. I remember one time that got hacked, and when you logged into it, it was like, thank you for purchasing 10 years of Prime membership with Club Penguin, and it was like 10 grand. And that came up, and I shat myself.
Well, is that not the one that Jim Brown? Is it Jim Browning? His
Yep.
videos are good. The Irish guy. Here is an Indian scammer call center.
I love that guy.
He's great, but what they don't know is the CCTV and their scam, and they say they've. But see them again, the old folk. They'll say, "Look, we're for Microsoft."
Yep.
And what they do is they get them to go and buy gift cards, innit?
Amazon gift cards. Why
There's
ask?
There's a guy called Kit Bogger, if you want to go down a wee rabbit hole with him, and he does that, but he uses like a voice changer. So when he's on the call with him, he's like a voice changer to sound like an old lady, and he's pure like waste their time for like 10 hours, like saying.
I've saw that.
And he goes in pure, and then he hacks the computer and deletes all their files and all that. It's brilliant.
I love you guys, man.
I know.
They're doing God's work.
They are, man, because a lot of kind
I
of
seen one, like I was saying earlier on, the guy actually hacked into his computer and went into his cam and all of that. And he's like, well, but it says that your name's actually such
he
and
does
such
that.
and all
He
that.
ends up getting into their CCTV and all
They
this.
freak out, don't they? But it shows you like them actually freaking out on camera. It's brilliant.
He's got like 4 million subscribers on
wonder.
YouTube. Now, imagine that being your job now. Like, he probably just started that off as a wee hang. He'll be getting well tuned in for that.
Well, there's
Much do you make doing that?
a guy on TikTok called Jose Monkey, and what he does is people send him like a video, like of them in a random place, and is like, hey, tell me where this is, and he pure pinpoints the location and all that. Like, he pure finds where they are. And he basically got quite big on TikTok for doing it. And then the police couldn't find a location for some kind of phone scammer, but they had CCTV. They had like a still image of something,
Aye.
and they sent it to him, and this guy found it.
Fucking snitch.
I wish we had more views on YouTube.
I know. Be good, man. Actually, do you know what to do?
Shall we have pals, man?
Gonna go on and share the videos.
Aye.
We never ask you to share the videos.
Gonna help us out, man.
Share the episodes.
Sitting here talking.
I know I'm needing to eat Nissa sweeties. Well, I mean, I can't even get the real brand names anymore. Hellish.
Have you know your thing with?
What
Is
was that
it?
one? That's
Aye.
just the
Was it the
thing
thing?
we
Aye.
pulled up.
What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I will be watching the Celtic game on Saturday.
They're playing in Dublin now.
Yes, they're playing Wolves in Dublin. Sammy will be running our stall at the bars, so if you want to go in and get a
We
wee
plug.
she's
she
got
still
got
do
a
her
wee
cookies
gift
and all
shop. No, but you know what? I think she should sell her cookies at the stall.
Mate, our cookies were tremendous.
They were. They were the best, man.
Tremendous.
They really were the best.
So what is she selling? She's selling like
Just
a kind
like
of
she makes up. She's got like her own.
counterfeit goods on it.
No, it's like she makes up her own designs, like mugs and stuff like that. My favourite.
Addy hash. They're fucking-
But Addy Hash. Addy Hash.
they're like,
The clips with, what did you call him, Spliffy? Do you remember that one?
Aye.
Are you old enough for that?
No.
Nah, I'm too old, innit, man?
I don't know.
Fucking hell.
But she sells like wee phrases and all that, doesn't
Aye,
she?
she does. She like makes up her own wee graphics and stuff like
She's
that. She's
good at
putting
it.
them on mugs and on coasters, and she's got loads of different, like, it's a wee gift shop. She's done loads of like homemade gifts. They're pretty cool, man. So go down and spend loads of money down there and keep me a roof over my head.
Strap all that and just tell her get the off on the go.
The OnlyFans. That is my girlfriend you're talking about, Graham. My lovely woman.
Yo, you're always saying you're always doing this, but
What are you talking about?
You know what you're talking about?
I'm never a fat OnlyFans.
No, I never said that.
What did you say?
No, I said because you always say something about my wife.
I never say
Oh,
it.
you did. Remember the one time I went like that, and you went, "That's the sound of me slapping my boss slapping off her ass or something like that."
But that's only because you talk about Sammy all the time.
Nah,
you dropped me off
You
the other
call
week.
my wife like a wife. That's funny. Like that.
It's funny.
You call her worldly on it.
She's worldy. Stephanie. She's
I know that's
lovely.
all right. Sammy's not bad.
Sammy
bad
came
baggy
in.
either.
Sammy came to the one day to say hi to you, and you went like, "Get your dues it." That is a clip. That is a clip. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, man. Oh. You almost did an accident there.
Oh.
But if we
Wouldn't
did
be
have
my
an
fault.
accident,
It wouldn't be my fault.
that's good because see if you've had an accident and it's not your fault, you need to get on to 100% of your claims. G4 claims. If you've had an accident that hasn't been your fault, get in touch with Nicole, Al and the gang at G4 Claims. You can reach them on 01698 767 172. That's 01698 767 172. If you have a collision and it hasn't been your fault, they will sort you out with a like-for-like vehicle. And please do not get in touch with your own insurance company. G4 Claims will deal with it from start to finish. Take that away, Grado.
100% of your claims. G4 claims. G4 claims.
Not at fault claims made easy.
Easy.
www.notatfault.com.
Have you got any? What do you play with?
My Wally.
But if you get in,
Ain't I do to chill it?
aye, because I tell you what, I was. When was it?
play with?
Monday when I was still burst when I came back. Stephanie was working all day and I couldn't go with Perry. She's just wild in her. I need to get a couple of toys or something like that just to kind of keep her going. Ended up getting her. Just went on that Argos buy now, collect now kind of carry on. And I bought one of the magnetic kind of things that you draw and you can swipe it and all that kind of thing. Got that. I got her wee mad horse thing, but then a remote control car, right?
Is that
It
what
was
she
only a
like?
tenner, but she hates it.
She hates it.
She was shit fear for it.
Right.
Right, the wee car, and it was only a tenner. Then I thought, I started, you know how much I'm into planes?
Aye.
I think I want to buy
Oh,
a remote
mate.
control plane.
The one that actually flies.
Aye, that makes the noise and ruin it's
By
kind
the
of
way,
flaps.
I'll tell
and
you
all
this right now. That's got Patreon content written all over it.
Do you know what I mean? A flying. Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
Aye.
I always think as well for Patreon it would be good. I've got coupons still to get my lessons on a A380. No, free A3s, A350. The cockpit thing. I think it'd be good to film that as well.
What, to learn to do actual flying lessons?
You got in the actual simulator?
Oh, right, I thought it was
No,
on
not
actual
actual.
plane.
No. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, going in the simulator.
Aye, because I've had it before lockdown. My brother got me a coupon and I bought it for myself once when that it is on, or whatever you call it. But what did you get a PlayStation or anything like that?
Keen's got a PlayStation 5. I used to play video games all the time, but I genuinely don't have any time for anything now anymore.
You see, I've always been tempted about getting a computer, but it's just, you're right, I can't find the time to
My
do it.
mate likes the idea of a computer, and he goes and buys it, and then it just gathers dust.
Mate, I remember Call of Duty come out, and I went over to Tesco, and I queued up for 11:25 for it opening up at 12 for it to come and sale. I got it, went in the house, I played it for 10 minutes and went, this is fucking too hard, this. And I sold it to my mate Jordan at 1 o'clock. It's a bit like my driving license story.
A wee bit. Right. Just go and get to Jordan, just in the corner.
You go get to Jordan, you'll take it. He's
Mate, see, when I was watching that, funny you're saying that, I was watching that clip last night of you telling that story. And you see when you say your whole body, you went, my whole body went,
There's only so many times in my life where that's happened, where something really, really bad happens to you.
and you're like,
Aye. You just think,
it's you
my
like a ton
life's-
of bricks.
Aye, like you're just like, my
life's
life's
not
too-
gonna be the
aye,
same.
aye. Like this is the biggest thing
I'm
that's ever
never
happened to me.
financially recover from this.
I love that. I love that. I love that clip.
Fucking person sitting with one arm off and all he's worrying about is like, I'll never financially recover from this.
Do you know that's getting used quite a lot? That Joe Hingway one. But do you know what clip I'm liking now? Ben, have you seen the one of that Post Malone? He's got hell yeah, man, hell yeah. It's good. It's for others. Like you seen it, no? It's Post
No,
Malone.
I haven't, man. I love Post Malone.
Hell yeah, man, it's good. Man.
He just seems like the coolest guy, man.
Apparently, he's never taken drugs before.
He's never taken hard drugs. He's smoking the Victoria.
Drugs are easy. very easy to take. Not that I've ever taken any.
Aye.
Well, I had to take some. What do you call them?
Ketamine. Fentanyl.
Mix. Junior Dispro.
Junior Dispro.
What you called it, wasn't it?
Aye, what did they used to take that for, in fact?
For say reason.
Junior Dispro.
But I was taking antibiotics for whatever I had on Monday.
Aye. Have you finished the course?
No.
Why not? Are you still taking them? No. See, you need to finish the course. That's how you build up not an immunity, but you build up a tolerance.
Somebody went and says Grado diabetic ?
You've been checked for that?
I think you basically just prick your finger and then if it tells. I don't know actually, because my nephew's got diabetes and he's got it quite. 3
of my closest mates are all diabetic. Jarvey, Sunny, and Curry.
Which Eugene got in?
Eugene's just fucking.
Has he got a bit of eczema?
He's a big. He's just a big unit.
Fever.
He's just a big unit, mate. There's nothing wrong with him at all.
What?
Why do you second guess yourself? Just ask the question.
Well, I was going to ask if you get any illnesses, and I just think it's not appropriate, is it? Have you? Do you get hay fever? Do you get?
Aye, hay fever. IBS.
You have not got IBS.
I have got IBS.
You have no.
Credo.
I've never saw you shite once.
I'm never at the toilet, mate.
Well, you must kayfabe it big time. You must kayfabe it big time.
I try to
you
stay
never
away.
Talk about it.
I try to stay away from the things that flare it up. Like, see, for example, you're drinking Diet Iron Brew. Diet Iron Brew is bad for me.
Is it?
Aye, it makes me go to the toilet all the time, man.
Is it?
Yep. And do you know what? It's hellish. See, at work, it's like stress related a wee bit. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so, see, when you get a bit worked up, I can be on the toilet for half an hour at a time. It's hellish.
I thought I was going to have to take a letter in to my work back in the day.
I did take a letter in.
Just because but I was working with the council at the time, and I remember after lunchtime I'd be that bloated. I'd go and I'd sit in a pan and I'd sit in there for that long and I'd turn round and I'd stick my head on the toilet roll and use it as a sort of pillow. And then I'd come back out and I'd have the fucking patterns of the
toilet roll holder on your
fucking
head.
Bounty fucking right across my. Was it Bounty or was it Bouncy?
Bouncy.
Bouncy.
Bounty and Bouncy.
Bouncy.
That's funny, man. You ever been on the toilet that long? You get up and your fucking legs are away.
Aye. That's like, I love that feeling.
Like the way Billy Conway talks about drinking the monkey brain.
Aye, that's exactly what it's like. I've actually not saw that, but I'm just agreeing.
Have you know? Sorry, I should really know not to say things like that to you, man. You told me earlier on not to say anything like that.
No, I said don't say movie references to me because I never know movie references because I've not saw the films that you've got. I started watching the other night.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs?
Aye.
What do you think it?
It's alright.
Did you get to the bit where he rips the boy's face off and puts it on his cell?
No, I got to the bit where the guy threw a bit of shite through the... That's right at the start.
Shite, mate.
Oh, was it no? What is it? Come?
Yep.
Oh, come to buggery. Turn that off.
Does that usually all Spider-Man?
Oh, just doesn't need for that.
Hello, Clarice.
Aye.
It's nice to see you.
Well, I thought my only criticism with that film was they never built up seeing him. He was in the movie in the first 2 minutes.
He's not the villain.
Oh, he's no.
No, he's helping her catch the villain.
You would know that if you watched it.
Oh,
mate, it's brilliant, man.
Put my hands up.
It's brilliant, honestly.
Sorry.
Last scene's that. I must go now, Clarice. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Is that what he says? Is Anthony Hopkins still alive, isn't he?
Aye, brilliant actor. Absolutely fucking class.
He only just won an Oscar like last year,
Aye, was it the Father or something like that? The film was called. He's on TikTok. Actually, he does mad TikToks and all that. That TikTok of you and Alex Norton was fucking hilarious, man.
What one?
The one he sent his... Was that not? No, it was a video about doing the TikTok. Is that alright? I thought I'd
No.
put you in the shit there.
I like Norton's funny, man. See, because it's very tiring. Then sitting in the couch. Like,
See,
for 12 hours
sitting
a day.
doing nothing.
Now, remember, he's 74-year-old. Right,
True,
and he's a grafter. He's so good. He's so on the ball. He's such a pro. But sometimes you end up kind of
You'd never
falling
pick
asleep.
him out for 74.
No, you wouldn't. He
No
looks
chance.
brilliant for 74. But one of the filming days a couple of weeks ago was funny. Kind of nodded off in between takes, and he went like this. Like he went, "Am I still on fucking Tiger?" It was brilliant. The timer was brilliant. Am I still on Tiger? It was brilliant. What was I going to show you?
You're going to show us that video. That's funny, man. But when I met him at your wedding, he was a lovely guy, man. Really nice guy.
He is, mate. He's worked with them all, man.
I know half. I seen a.
Oh, was that the man I sent? No.
No, it's the one he.
You and him were chatting.
Oh, Chris. Oh, is that yeah?
Who wants us to do TikToks? You fucking idiots in there. The idiots in there want to do TikToks. Aye. Where did you do this? You're getting paid for it. I fuck. No, tell them to fuck themselves.
He's a man.
He's brilliant, man. I seen a picture of Johnny Watson with Brian Cox.
Oh, aye. They're muckered up.
Do you know what? I was watching Weathered last night and they were talking about the top 5 Scottish actors and they forgot Brian Cox, man. Everybody forgets Brian Cox. Do you want to know why? Because he's that fucking good you forget he's Scottish.
Mate, do you know, it's funny because I think I remember when that first came out, what's it called again, Succession?
Succession.
I'm going, that can't be that guy.
Aye.
Like I remember going, remember he was, because I remember for, what was it done with Johnny Watson?
Oh, years and years ago.
The comedy, aye. And then he was also the villain in, here we go for another, A Shot at...
X-Men too.
He was he? No, he was the baddie Rangers manager in A Shot at Glory.
The baddie Rangers manager.
Aye. So, 'cause he was a mega villain.
Aye, but they all are. They all are, mate. Villains.
Bob Servant.
Bob Servant.
Servant.
I need to go back and watch that.
The thing with what was I saying there? X-Men 2. He was in that, and he was the one that was trying to get rid of all the mutants. He was superb, man.
Norton was on Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never saw that.
Was he?
Aye, Norton's in Pirates of the Caribbean. Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Aye. And I think he was in. Aye, was I?
That's mad, innit?
And I think it was like a massive. Aye, it was like such. Aye, don't want to tell the guy's business. Fuck. Take it. See what I said there. Alec Norton ended up talking you together.
It's funny because you were talking about earlier on, like last week. Aye, some of the people that you've worked with have worked with like the biggest names in the business.
Aye.
What about Sharon?
Sharon Rooney. She's in Barbie.
She's in Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
That's brilliant, man. That's it. That's the lassie that was in.
She played Sophie in 2 Doors Down.
She was in 2 Doors Down. That's that's the girl that was in Dumbo as well.
She was in Dumbo as well.
She's doing well for herself, man.
She is doing well for herself, by the way.
She really is, but there's quite a lot of big names in that Barbie movie.
There is.
So there is.
Margot Robbie, who's a wrestling fan, by the way.
Massive. John Cena's in Barbie.
Aye. I see.
Aye.
I didn't know that.
Because she met him in a restaurant and she went up to him and she went like, "Listen, John, you want to come and be in this?" And he went, "Aye." And she tells a story where her ex-boyfriend had a life-size cutout of John Cena in his bedroom. And whenever she was staying over with him, she would get up in the middle of the night, go for the toilet and get the fright of her fucking life because John Cena was standing at the bottom of the bed.
I'm surprised she saw him.
Nice. Nice, man. Good boy.
This man know. This
fucking guy.
Guy.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good, you. You're good, you.
Oh, that's good. Is that
Analyse this.
who?
Robert De Niro.
No, do you know who I thought it was? Your man Wahlberg. Who was in Ted?
Mark Wahlberg.
Aye.
I did sound a wee bit
Aye, you were
Wahlberg
good
there,
at that.
didn't
You were good at that.
I like Mark Wahlberg. So I do.
You ever been in Whataburger?
In Edinburgh.
Oh, is there one in Edinburgh? I've only been one in America.
There was one in Edinburgh years ago. So there was like, see when I done my first ICW show, in fact, at you wrestled Colt Cabana.
By the way, that was
about
10 years ago.
Aye.
2013.
So I was in Whataburger that day. And by
Was
the way,
you really?
Whataburger.
Whataburger. Aye. What is your favourite burger?
Do you know what? I'm going to keep that. That was actually what I was going to do for my top 5 for the Patreon. I'm going to do a top 5.
Top 5 burgers?
Aye, top 5 burger places. That's a good one,
Why don't we record this while we're here? And we'll maybe do this at the end. Top 5 places to go for. There you go. If you want to find out your top 5 places to go, or has that been cheeky?
No.
No.
Aye, our top 5 burger restaurants Sign up for the Patreon.
Aye. How long have we done? What you about to do?
An hour already?
I know.
It's been well better than last week.
I know, man. I was in a fucking... I was a mess.
Listen, you get through the other end of it.
I know, man.
You get through the
It's
other
just a
end
good
of it.
chilled out vibe.
I know, it is a good vibe. Do you want to wrap this up here now and we'll do some stuff for the Patreon then?
Can do, eh?
Well, I hope you have enjoyed it. A pint and 2 shots. I think we spoke about for about 30 seconds, but...
Do you know
once
what?
we
It's
get-
fucking pre-season.
I know,
Over it.
man. There's fuck
Go
all
over
to
it.
talk about. Rangers better sign somebody good, man.
By the way,
I don't like you.
I don't want you signing that Danilo. I watched his YouTube video and he's better than Batistuta.
Mate, I'm telling you, Daniel's the best player I've ever saw, ever. I'm not joking. That is Pele, eat your heart out.
I know, mate.
He's the
it's
best player I've
mental.
ever saw in my life.
He's probably better than Jardel.
Oh, don't go to Jardel, man.
Remember Jardel's missus?
Heartbreaking, man. Aye, I know. Mate, he was out here. Was he not out here and he had the training top on and
Training
everything?
top on the full lot. Aye. Do you know what I seen the other day?
Right.
First time I've ever seen it was the press conference when Mo Johnson was supposedly signing for Celtic again.
When he came
He
from
was
Nantes.
actually in Celtic Park with the top on
know.
with Billy McNeil and all that, and they
know.
were doing all the press and all
I know.
that.
I know.
What a scumbag, yeah?
Legend.
See if somebody done that now. I'll
Because-
tell you, Grado, they tear me.
Oh, aye.
They tear me,
you'd
boy.
be after them. You'd be after them. But you think how big... That should be a movie.
You kidding on?
Right.
Nobody would go and see that.
You know, Hank?
No way.
I don't know, man. I
They
think
should do a
that's...
dramatisation of it on Scottish TV.
I'm
Mate,
half saying this.
let's write
But
it.
somebody wants to write it, and I feel as if I'm bringing it up, he'll go, aye, very good.
Right,
There's
so...
somebody we know.
Right, okay.
Crab only care.
Rab wants to write a
Fawns,
story of Mo
aye.
Johnson.
Aye, it's like a screenplay, like a theatre thing. That would be good, wouldn't
That
it?
would be good.
You know who you could play? The
Billy
agent.
Brenner?
No,
Bill
the
McMurdo.
Bill McMurdo. Who would that play?
I wouldn't want myself.
Who would that play?
You, Mark Haley. He's not at Rangers yet. I talk about
Terry Butcher.
about Jim Hingway, Jim Trainer. You play Jim Trainer.
Jerry McNee. Jerry McNee.
Jerry, what's the score? Oh man, but how can somebody do that? But man, he was basically signed.
I know.
See,
But-
Celtic,
but
how
what's he-
stupid was Celtic and all?
But see what I-
until that contract is signed and he's standing with a scarf having signed the contract, you don't go on telly.
But I don't think... Was he wearing the... I remember
He was
when
wearing
I
the top,
I
mate.
thought, but it was wearing a hideous jumper, but he was wearing some sort of
that's
hideous
right,
jumper.
aye, was
wasn't
it a
it?
polo
Aye.
neck or something? No, a shirt and tie, wasn't it?
But I love, like... Because I'm sure there's a compilation on YouTube of, like, the news for, like, BBC One that day, STV, and it's like... Rangers fans going, I can't believe we've signed this player. I can't... Rangers...
Do you know, here's a wee factoid for you, right? Now, a lot of people say that Davy Cooper left Rangers because they signed Mo Johnson, right? But do you know that many Rangers fans gave up their season tickets because of it, right? And Motherwell's season ticket sales went up by 5,000.
That's crazy, just to show what he done.
Yep, Davy Cooper went to Motherwell, remember? And
We're just a
lot-
mile
a
for the
lot-
David Cooper stand.
a lot of Rangers fans went along with him.
Aye.
Aye.
But I remember reading...
We'll be back.
Aye. I mean, I think there's still guys that have never went back.
It's mad, isn't it?
That is crazy. No,
Mate.
it's just...
There's no way that you could see once.
But I mean, the closest thing to it, I suppose, is the old, like, Kenny Milligan backing for it.
Do you know I forgot Presley signed for us?
Presley,
Stephen
aye.
Presley.
Mark Brown.
Mark Brown,
Who's
that's
the goalie?
right.
Good.
Kenny Miller, McGeoch, Dylan McGeoch.
McGeoch done it. I feel as if there was another young person recently. There's a couple of young boys that done it.
There was that boy that went for Kieran something. He went for Rangers to Celtic, and then
Aye.
his career went to shit after it.
Yes.
Aye, so I can't
But it's
remember his name.
There's one guy as well. Aye. Let's see. We're getting there. This is getting
There we go, see.
There we go.
Right.
By the way, I've enjoyed myself. Thanks for looking
So
after this.
have I.
Hopefully, we will be back next week.
Fingers crossed for Bob and thoughts with the family. So we will speak to yous later.